everybody, I'm back once again with another hair tutorial. Today I'm showing you how you can achieve crochet passion twists that look like individuals but don't require cornrows and don't require rubber bands. Alright, so here are the passion twists that I'm using for today's look. These are twists by Niseyo. I will have a link in the description box as usual. As you can see, these are super long. They're probably about tailbone length on me, and I am 5'5". So I'm starting out with blown out hair. The only product I have on my hair is a heat protectant. I'll link that in the description box below also. And as usual, I am starting out with 3 sections. So I'm parting off two, I guess you would call these quadrants, 2 quadrants at the front of my head, and then I have 1 larger section in the back, and this is just to help me, it helps make parting a lot easier. So in total, I'm gonna have 8 parts or 8 sections across the front of my head, and I believe I just carried these back to 8 sections in the back of my head. I didn't combine the cornrows at all because I didn't want the cornrows in the back of my head to be too bulky. And you can do your regular box shape parts. I decided I was gonna do something a little different this time just to see how it looked. So I'm doing triangle shaped parts. So here I am sectioning off my first triangle, and I am gonna braid that up. And then I'm gonna part my next triangle, and I'm gonna take that first braid and braid it into the next braid. And the goal here is to just try to maintain those parts between each section so that when you crochet the twist in, you can still see those parts in between. So it gives the illusion that you actually have individual passion twists. Now, of course, I'm not the first to do this method. I see a lot of people use rubber bands. As I've stated before, I'm not big on using rubber bands. I know people say if you put oil on them, it'll help prevent it from breaking your hair off, but I just find this, it's not exactly easier. It's probably not as fast as using rubber bands, but I just feel better about not using rubber bands on my hair, to be honest. So I just braid it. And you don't have to braid these all the way down right away, so that saves some time too. You're really just braiding the roots just so you can maintain that part. By the way, on the root of these braids, I'm using jam. And I'm just gonna kind of fast forward through this so you guys can see quickly how I'm parting my hair. And here's my overall braid pattern. Like I said, I have 8 sections across the front, and they lead back to 8 sections in the back. Someone complained about me doing one single cornrow in my last no cornrow video, so I said, okay, I'm gonna do no cornrows in this video. So everything you see here is braids, okay? Okay. You'll see that I'm pulling all of the sections back into that one middle braid, and the braid I have left, I'm going to crochet up and away. There's really no rhyme or reason as to how I'm doing this, just wherever I feel like the braid will lay flat. That's where I put it, and I just keep crocheting it until it's nice and snug up under the braids. Now let's get to the crochet. Okay, so what you want to do here is crochet 1 twist per section, because that's how you're going to get that individual look. Now, if when you finish you feel like it's kind of spacey, you have some braids that you want to cover, you can add twists in between the parts, but especially in the front, you want to try to avoid that. You might notice me twisting the loop around just to make sure it's nice and tight. The way these twists kind of spring up, they're a little loose, so the loops can be a little loose. So you may want to loop it more than once. I only looped it once, it's sufficient, but if you want to make sure it's nice and secure, maybe loop it 2 or 3 times. And when I say loop it multiple times, I mean once you pull the hair through, twist the loop again and pull the twist back through the loop on the other side. That'll give you a little more of a secure hold. And I continued this all throughout my head. And here's the finished look. That's all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you thought of this style in the comments. If you have any questions, feel free to ask away. Thumbs up this video if you found it helpful. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you don't miss my next video. And until then, peace.